Hey guys, how's it going? It's really good to see you. I hope you're doing awesome. We have a lot of really exciting things coming up on the channel. In case you haven't noticed, I just recently put a poll on the first Portal 2 video and the latest Hearthstone video. To access the poll, click this icon, which is located at the top right corner of the screen here. So what is the poll about? I want you guys to decide what game we play next. So what are your options? These are some of my favorite games. After doing some research, I decided the best way to play the games is in the order they were released. In an attempt to keep this video short, I will go into additional details about each game's stories as we play them. So, option number 1. The Borderlands series. The games in Borderlands take place on the planet Pandora in an unknown time period. Tales of a mythical vault with fabulous wealth and treasure led to the planet becoming central in a power struggle between business, military, and mercenary groups over the years. This has also attracted a number of specialized vault hunters, loyal only to themselves, that are lured by the myth of the vault. And the games in the Borderlands series, and this is the order that they were released, is Borderlands, which is a multiplayer game, Borderlands 2, which is also a multiplayer game, then Borderlands the pre-sequel, which is also a multiplayer game, and then lastly, as of right now, Tales from the Borderlands, which is a single player game. And I will be playing the multiplayer games with my friend Aaron, hopefully. I have talked to him already and he said he would like to do that. Go ahead and click here for the latest Borderlands trailer. This video will give you a pretty good idea of what the games will be like. Option number 2, Tomb Raider. And this is the Tomb Raider released in 2013. Which is a action role-playing adventure game. Tomb Raider explores the intense and gritty origin story of Lara Croft and her ascent from a young woman to a hardened survivor. Armed only with raw instincts and the ability to push beyond the limits of human endurance, Lara must fight to unravel the dark history of a forgotten island to escape its relentless hold. Oh, hello there. Go ahead and click here for the Turning Point trailer to see the beginning of Lara's epic adventure. Option number 3, the Half-Life series, which is an action role-playing first-person shooter. The Half-Life games are about a scientist whose experiment goes wrong, which leads to an alien invasion. Throughout the games, he teams up with the Resistance and battles against the bad guys, aka the Combine. In the Half-Life series, we have Half-Life, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2. And a little more information about the Half-Life 2 Lost Coast. Lost Coast follows Half-Life protagonist Gordon Freeman as he travels up a coastal cliff to destroy a Combine artillery launcher in a monastery, which is firing on a nearby town. The Lost Coast level was originally created for Half-Life 2, but was ultimately removed from the game. As a result, it has several minor story details that were not included in Half-Life 2.
Yes, go ahead and click here for the Half-Life trailer. This video will give you a pretty good idea about what the games will be like.
Option number 4, the BioShock series. These games are role-playing and first-person shooters. While specific mechanics differ between all 3 games, they share a common theme of having the player use a combination of physical weapons, such as guns and melee weapons, superhuman powers, and passive abilities granted by genetic alterations, in parentheses plasmids in the first 2 games, vigors and infinite, and features of the game environment to strategically work their way through enemy forces and tactical situations. Scenarios in the game often feature multiple approaches that the player can take, such as opting to avoid enemies through stealth and deception, hacking a security turret to turn against enemy forces, or directly engaging in combat. The player is able to customize their weapons and genetic enhancements for the style of play they prefer. And in the series, we have BioShock, which is a single-player game, and this takes place in 1960, in the fictional underwater city of Rapture. Then we have BioShock 2. This game takes place 2 years before, in 1958, and 10 years after the events of the first game, in 1970. And lastly, we have BioShock Infinite, which is also a single-player game. And this is set in 1912, and takes place in a fictional steampunk city-state called Columbia. Go ahead and click here for the BioShock trailer. This video will give you a pretty good idea about what the games will be like. So now that we all know what the options are, it's up to you guys to decide where our adventure takes us next. Remember, to access the poll, click this icon, which is located at the top right corner of the screen here. I can't wait to see what you guys decide and to start the next chapter of the adventure. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when the next video comes out. Plus, I need to know who my fans are so I can get to know you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. You guys stay awesome, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Oh, hello there. Go ahead and click here for the Turning Point trailer to see the beginning of Laura's epic adventure.
Oh, hello there. Go ahead and click here for the Turning Point trailer to see the adventure. Oh, I already messed that up. Oh, hello there. Go ahead and click here for the Turning Point trailer to see. Oh, I messed that up again. Oh, hello there. Go ahead and click here for the Turning Point trailer to see the beginning of Lara Croft's epic adventure. Gonna have to do this again. So now that we all know what the options are, it's up to you guys to decide where our adventure takes us next.